Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This video is all about the upcoming Master Skill 2, the Divine Impact build path. In this video, I will showcase the plus 15 Loki's Nail and perform a damage test comparison against the plus 12 Sandstorm dagger weapon, and try to find out if which one can inflict a better damage output against weak and tougher targets. And in this video, I will also give an insight about the Dagger and Thief clothes combination, and the difference between the Thief clothes armor and the Ninja Suit Moonlight armor bonus stats. Now, without further ado, let's begin. First, let's talk about the difference between the Thief clothes and the Ninja Suit Moonlight armor, and if which armor is best suitable to be used with a Divine Impact build. Now, both armors have their own advantages, and both armor also cannot fill each other's distinctive traits. Now, this is the total provided stats from both armors if Refine at Refine level plus 10 and Refine level plus 15. As we see here, it's pretty clear that only a dagger-type weapon users are the only ones who will benefit well from using the Thief's clothes armor, and if you are using a Sandstorm weapon for the Divine Impact build, then the Thief's clothes armor is quite beneficial for you. That if you lack too much from Ignore physical defense stat and physical attack stats, and if you already had a decent amount of physical damage increase stat, then the Thief's clothes armor is your best choice if you are a dagger-type weapon user. If you are using a Katar-type weapon, then it's not beneficial for you to use the Thief's clothes armor, even if it can provide you a large amount of Ignore physical defense stat. But in the future, when you can already reach a great amount of Ignore physical defense stats, an amount that is already enough to fully ignore the toughest range of physical defense, then physical damage increase stat can be more beneficial for you, as it will provide you a higher overall damage output. Sadly, I couldn't test the Thief clothes star versus the Ninja Suit Moonlight armor for now, since I don't have a good refined Thief clothes star yet, but soon if I manage to get a Thief clothes star, then I will also perform a damage test comparison video. And these are my overall stats, while equipped with a plus 15 Loki's Nail Katar weapon and a plus 12 Sandstorm dagger weapon, and both weapons are clean and free from enchantment attributes. And these are the rest of my equipped gears. Now, let's proceed to the damage test comparison, and I will set 3 difficulties of the target MVP boss, with Legend, Warrior, and Novice difficulty level. what we can see here in the results. The plus 15 Loki's nail Katar weapon had bested the plus 12 Sandstorm dagger weapon, in spite of the Sandstorm's higher ignore physical defense stat and a massive damage to large size monster bonus stat. Now, how this happened, and why the Sandstorm dagger weapon was outperformed by the Loki's nail Katar weapon. Now, the main reason for this was I managed to reach the required ignore physical defense stat value that completely ignored the MVP's physical defense stat for each difficulty level. The Legend difficulty Runemaster MVP boss only requires a 140% ignore physical defense. The Warrior difficulty may be around 120% ignore physical defense, and around 100% or less ignore physical defense for a novice difficulty level. So if you manage to hit the required amount and completely ignored the physical defense stat of the target, then an additional ignore physical defense stat will not further boost your overall physical damage output. And that's where the physical damage increase stat, the final cross reaper damage modifier, and other damage modifier bonus effects stat will take effect and kicks in. On the Lost Isle Legend difficulty, the plus 15 Loki's nail Katar weapon still outperformed the plus 12 Sandstorm dagger weapon. On the Ponape Museum Island Legend difficulty, and again, the plus 15 Loki's nail Katar weapon still outperformed the plus 12 Sandstorm. For the Ponape Museum Island, first floor and second floor requires a 160% ignore physical defense stat and a plus 170 ignore physical def for the third floor. And although the plus 15 Loki's nail weapon only had a 153% ignore physical defense stat, it somehow deals a better damage since it had a great amount of physical damage increase stat and a great amount of cross reaper slasher damage modifier. And based on the results of this comparison, it's concluded that on PvE scenarios, ignore physical defense stat requirement does not need to be exceeded, as a further ignore physical defense stat an amount more than a 170% is not beneficial, and a 170 ignore physical defense stat will be your target if you are trying to deal a better physical damage output on PvE Legend difficulty scenarios. And that's all of it for this video, and thank you for watching.